This right here, what I'm showing you right now, is very important. This is something you should not joke with in 2026. And what is that? That is Facebook ads, advertisements in general. Whether you're using Google, whether you're using TikTok, but we all know that one of the effective way of running ads is still through Facebook. So if you look at these ads right here, if we look at it critically, and just slide through, you'll see that this is very recent. Yeah, very, very recent. So I just post it yesterday because we're testing for something. So we're running these ads for additional subscription on YouTube and for more views on YouTube. And it was really, really giving good results. You can see this. So there are ways to run ads if you want to, earn subscribers on YouTube, increase views. And there are also ways to run ads if your aim is to generate leads or to make a sale. Yeah, you don't use, for example, if I want to run a ad now, and let's say I head over to, where is that? Okay, so if you're familiar with Facebook, you already know what all this is all about. You know that this is Facebook Ads Manager. So I'm not going to go into the whole rudiments of what you need to do or what you don't need to do. But however, if you want to learn about that, you just send a DM. But as I was saying, so as a business person, you should have a Facebook Ads Manager set up. If you don't, it means you're not ready to do business. So once you have that set up, just head over to create. You should know by now that you're working with your ad account. Yeah, you don't run ads through your personal page. Don't do that at all. Because once that's banned, every other thing is banned. So you run ads through a different business profile, a different ad account. So let's say you want to run your ad. So now I think I'm still loading. Okay. So let's say you want to run your ad. Once again, you head over to create. So once you click on create, you cannot say you want to generate leads and you're going for traffic or you're going for engagement. No, it doesn't work like that. You go for leads, and that's why this is here. So once you want to generate leads for a particular product or services, you go for leads. Once you head over to the leads, you click on continue, you continue the whole process. So let me just run down through all of this. If you want to create awareness about your business, which I will be using as we enter 2026, this is what you use. This is necessarily not to generate leads, but you want your brand to stick in the mind of people. So if you're a growing brand, you should really use this awareness campaign. Then, if you want to generate traffic for anything, your aim is not purchase. You want to, increase your page views or increase your number of subscription on, for example, YouTube, just like the sample I showed us earlier. Then you should be using traffic. Then, if you're seeking engagement, meaning you also want to increase views on a particular post on whatever platform you want to increase views on. You go for engagement. I've explained it, and this is for apps, right? You just created an app, it's on Google Play Store already. Then you want to increase the publicity about the app. This is what you should go for. I'm sure a lot of you see all the short dramas on Facebook, then leading you to um, an app to download, continue to watch the movie and all of that. Most of the time, that's the popular one we see, and Temu also. Yeah. Then, if you want to generate sales, so let's say you have a product on Seller, for example, and you want to make sales like fast sales. This is what you will use. But however, there are some pros and cons to using all of this because Facebook is not the way it used to be before. So I'm going to run you through traffic, for example. So let's say you have a YouTube channel that you want to increase views on, what you do is head over to traffic or engagement. But for this purpose, I'm going to use traffic because using engagement requires some technicality when you're setting up. So I'm not going to dive into that right now. So I'm going to use traffic and click on continue. Once I'm here, I'm going to select manual traffic campaign and click on continue. I don't want Facebook to do any automated setup for me, so everything is going to be manually set up. So once I'm here at my campaign, I can rename this to whatever name I choose to rename, and I'm going to select campaign budget here. The reason why I am going for campaign budget and not ad budget is because I don't want Facebook to split my money into different ad sets. So I'm just gonna choose campaign budget and set my daily budget. The minimum you can set up here, I think, is around 1.5. Let's see that. Yeah, the minimum is around 1.5. If you do 1,000, it will tell you your budget is too low. But for anyone really trying to run a good ad, you shouldn't be using 1.5. You can start with 3,000 or 2,000 naira, right? Monitor your ad with 3,000 naira, then eventually you can scale up that ad. Then once you're done with this, you don't have any other business here. The next thing you do is click on next here and you set up for your ad set level. So here you can rename your ad set. So you can either click on next from the previous page I showed us, or you click on this area here. Okay, so here what we're gonna do next is to select websites. Yeah, that's for YouTube now. I'm gonna select website and make sure you don't touch any other thing here. So leave this the way it is, like this, because what you want is views, right? Then another thing is, as much as you might be tempted to select detailed targeting and all of that, you might not want to touch that. Before I go further into detailed targeting, let me talk about this date area. So once you're here, you can decide to set your date, but when you're starting your ad, start from 12 a.m. to analyze your ad more effectively. So you set this to 12 a.m. Then if you are thinking of restarting the ad later, don't click on end date. But there are a lot of things you need to note if you want to, you know, pause a ad and start again. Because when you are starting it again after pausing it, it will take a while for Facebook to pick up. It will not just pick up from where it stopped. There are a lot of things you can do to fix that, but that's not for this session. So anyways, let's say you're done with that and now you want to set your targeting. You can just leave this as it is because detailed targeting is dead. Yeah, detailed targeting is dead. Yes, I said it. I said it. The reason why is because if I am using, for example, so I want you to note something. This is on Nigeria and this is the estimated size. Yeah. But if I change this to, let's say, Ibadan, if you see this size, just look at it, 1.5. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. So it's just better to put it on Nigeria and let whoever will use your service click on it, and whoever is not using the service has it, because at the end of the day it is those who click that Facebook would charge you for. And another thing is, even if you select a particular area you want to use, Facebook will still run your ads to people that are not in that area. Maybe because they've once visited that area or they are currently visiting that area but don't live in that area, right? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so it's just better to just leave it in Nigeria. Okay, but anyways, that doesn't mean that you cannot reduce or select a particular region for your ad. I'm just telling you the way it works right now. So once you're done with that, you choose your placement. Right? So don't use advantage, do manual placement. You might want to cancel our threat, not really because I don't see the usefulness of it, but because like statistics will have it, about 85% of people who need to see your ads are on Facebook. So once you're done with your setting around here, you just head over to click on next. Once you get to this page, you of course change your ad name, then select the Facebook page you want the ad to run on. And if you don't have an Instagram account with that page or link to that page, you can just leave this as it is. If you have one, you click on connect account. So moving on, here you leave this as it is. You might want to toggle this off because it's really not useful. Because what this does is it allows your ad to run with every other personal ads. For example, you're watching a movie or a short play on Facebook and you see an ad, you skip. Then another ad shows up after a while. So you might not want to use this. It doesn't help. Then of course you put in the URL of your YouTube channel, your website, wherever you want to generate views. But I tell you seriously, this is better for views generation. If you want to create leads, you shouldn't use this because why are you sending views to your website? For what? For what exactly? Maybe in a case where you want people to just click on something, you can do that. But if you really want to make a sale, you should not be using traffic campaign. You should be using the lead campaign or the sales campaign. With that said, this display link can also be used. So let me show you. I might not be able to show you some things for client privacy, but let me use this as an example. So I have a I have this China importation class. So I'm gonna use this link because it's mine, right? Then head back here. So let's say for example this is the website I want to lead people to. We can already see this is already giving us a preview. So what I'll do is just put that link here. Then over here I can just put a link that does not exist. It doesn't have to exist. So I can put home. So it has to be a proper display link. It must start with www dot and must end with .com. So if you check over here, you would see that display link there. So that's all with that. So once you're here, make sure you click on none here. Very important because you're already leading people to the link here. So you don't have any business with every other thing here. And you add your image here. You can use an image or a video of your choice. Once you have that, your setup is done. The setup is done. Oh, sorry, one more thing. This is not showing here because an image has not been added. So let's say I had a creative. This site link also you might want to turn that off when you're setting it. So I'll just click on next to add an image. So let's say I'm adding this image, just the sample. Next, you would have to enter your primary text and your headline. Your headline would be something very catchy that would, make your viewer want to check it out. For example, let's say you want to promote or you want people to view your YouTube page, and your YouTube page is about AI content. So you can just put, um, check out this free AI tutorial, or click here to check out this free AI tutorial, or click here to learn more about free AI tutorial. I'm just talking randomly. Then, of course, you put your hard copy here. You don't have any business with this description. Then, when you get here, the call to action should be something like subscribe or watch more. Yeah, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So we have watch more here and we have subscribe here. So when you're done, you click on next and you publish, and that's that. So that's what this campaign is all about. So I think I have tried to help a lot of us save money. So if you want to run any other campaign, you know what to do. And if, of course, you need a professional touch, you can send us a DM, because we have wonderful services available for you. If you're a business and you're not yet registered, the new tax law we have now. So get one to register. And the most beautiful thing about what I just said now is we offer free registration. That's free, whether it's business name or company name registration, to businesses who enroll with us for website design. Even the setup that I just ran through for us, we run free Facebook setup for you when you book for any of our services. So just visit the link you can see on your screen to get either of the two. That's either a free company registration, business registration, or a free Facebook ad setup for your business. I can't wait to see you scale up in 2026. Emerge, my people.